Morning, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this glorious Tuesday morning. Hope you're having an outstanding day. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for joining in. Down there, it's Scott Boyett. Right here, Amy Taylor Boyett. They are the owner, operators, and managers and chief bottle washers of the Victorian on Main in Fairfield. And we are going to talk about that today.
Yes, we are.
Looking forward to it. It's a historic house and a brand new hotel. Well, do you call it a hotel? Boutique hotel?
Boutique hotel, bed and breakfast. Either one of those will work.
All kinds of things. Yeah. You can make of it what you like, as we'll get to that here in a little bit. Again, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV, in Salem on Channel 3, here in Flora on Channel 100 or Channel 25. Same thing on your Moby. It's Channel 100 on that. Also up in Louisville, Jeff, Sisney, West Salem, Albion, Fairfield. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. What is going on today? You're off now, boys and girls, so I feel, go ahead and
relax.
Yeah, relax. What is going on today? This is Tuesday, July 2nd. Community events, not a ton going on today, as everybody's probably getting over and getting ready for the 4th of July celebrations. I know that there was some stuff going on over the weekend. West Salem had their big deal on Saturday night. Also, Wayne City had a monster truck down there on Saturday night. I think they had some fireworks too, but they'll have more coming up this week. But what's going on today here on the 2nd? The Fairfield First Christian Church down there in Fairfield, they're hosting their weekly Mom's Day Out. They do this every Tuesday, and they're doing it through August 13th. It gives the mothers a chance to get together and meet and have a chance to talk with adults. It's mainly for folks with children from 2 to 4 years old. So if you have the opportunity and you are in that class, you might, or that age frame, you might try that. It's free. Goes from 8 a.m. to noon today down at the First Christian Church, and every Tuesday until the 13th of August. Also today here in Flora at the Flora Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center, they've got piano. Mary's playing the piano, and then they're going to play bingo as well. That's at 10:30 this morning. Piano with Mary, and then bingo again at the Senior Center. It's going to be at the Senior Center in Flora, but it's put on by Flora Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center. This is July 2nd. I always try to keep you informed on what national day it is. Usually there's 4 or 5 to choose from. Today, there is just one, and I must tell you, I have never really participated in this. Is National Anisette Day. National Anisette Day. Anisette made from the anise plant, which is, have you guys ever drank anisette?
I have not. I'm not a licorice fan. I'm not the flavor.
It's black licorice.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's black licorice. Do you like black licorice, Scott?
I like Good and Plenty, so I like black licorice. I'm a big fan, actually.
Do you? Oh,
no.
I'm like
nasty,
you.
Nasty.
No.
Yeah,
No way. No. Anisette is a dry liqueur, a very dry liqueur. Distillers sometimes add a bit of a sugar syrup for a sweeter result. Spain, Italy, Portugal, and France lead the world in drinking this licorice tasting drink. So yeah, if you're interested.
No.
You guys don't sound interested at all. No.
I'm totally down.
You're down for it?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
just a taste. Just try it.
There you go. Well, there's nothing wrong with tasting. Nothing wrong with tasting. But if you don't have licorice handy, that might be the way to go.
Sure.
I would find it.
I will pass on both. Hard pass on both.
That's all right, sweetie.
What's on television? What do you want to watch on Wabash today? The Chicago Cubs Major League Baseball is today. The Cubs are at Pittsburgh. That's this evening at 6:05. That'll be on NBC Sports Chicago. That channel is 643. Kyle Hendricks on the mound for the Cubs. He's going to go against Joe Musgrove for the Pirates. That's, of course, a National League League Central matchup. The Cardinals, on the other hand, they are out on the coast, and they are playing the Seattle Mariners tonight. First of 3 in Seattle, and that's on Fox Sports Midwest, channel 630. The Cardinals at the Mariners. That's going to be at 9:10 this evening. Jack Flaherty back on the mound for the Cardinals. He's going to go against Mac Caracity for the Seattle Mariners. So that'll be a lot of fun. Biggest thing today, the biggest event, and I'm going to ask you guys before we even go on to anything else, it's the Women's World Cup taking place over in France. The United States playing England today. That's going to be at 2 o'clock this afternoon. England versus the United States to get to the final on Sunday. You've been a little busy.
Been a little busy.
Have you watched any of the World Cup?
I haven't been able to watch, but go USA, man. That's great.
There you go. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
No, you go USA.
I've been working nonstop. I've been working nonstop, so I haven't watched any of it. But I'm rooting for the home team.
Amy doesn't care.
I don't care. I really don't.
They're a great team.
They are a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
They are a lot of fun to watch. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guests are Scott Boyett, Amy Taylor Boyett, and we are going to come back. We're going to talk about the Victorian, and we're going to get you up to speed on that. We'll be right back after these. Do stick around.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
I'm Brian. You probably know someone who's had a heart attack, COPD, or a heart bypass operation. You might even know someone who's had a heart transplant, lung cancer, or part of their lung removed. But what about someone who's had all 6? Now you do. My tip is, if smoking doesn't get you one way, it'll get you another.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guests, Scott Boyett and Amy Taylor,
Hello.
Amy Taylor Boyett. And we are going to be talking about the Victorian on Main, a brand new bed and breakfast / boutique motel, hotel in downtown Fairfield. You're from Fairfield.
I'm from Fairfield.
Is that downtown Fairfield where that is, or is that even uptown Fairfield? It's close. Downtown, you think up the hill.
Yeah, north, south, east, and west, uptown, downtown don't mean anything to me, so I don't really know. It's
just
on
say
Main Street.
it's Main Street.
Main Street.
Main Street.
It's on Main Street.
There you go,
in
Main
Fairfield.
Street in Fairfield. And Amy, you have been involved in this house for about 15 years now.
Yeah.
14 years. What in the world got you excited about getting and procuring a, what is it, 5, 6, 7,000 square foot house?
At least seven. It's a big house. It's 3 stories with a full basement. So if we ever redid the basement, it would be 4 full stories. I think, like everyone in Fairfield, I've driven by that house all the time. Every time you go anywhere in Fairfield, you're driving right down Main Street, and I'd always been curious about the house.
Yeah.
And my mom and dad wanted to open an antique store.
Right.
And I thought it would be the perfect place for it. So I bought it in 2005. And for several years, my mom and dad ran an antique store on the first floor, and they
Right.
lived on the second floor.
Yeah.
And it was a great place for it. I mean, we did tours for the inn a couple days ago, and I had multiple people come through and tell me they'd visited it.
Oh, is that
at
right?
The antique store. Yeah.
What did what was did your mom and dad specialize in any particular antiques? What was?
I'm gonna say this with-
Tell everybody who your mom and dad are.
My mom and
were.
dad, Gary and Kathleen
Yeah.
Taylor, and I'm going to say this with much love, they are antique hoarders. So
They are hoarders.
They are hoarders.
So
They are
we just
antique
said
hoarders.
Mom had a problem. Mom and dad had a problem.
If you ask me if there was one thing they specialized in, there were lots of things they specialized in. My dad loved antique stereo cards, stereo viewers. My mom loved
Antique toys.
Antique toys. He had a huge antique toy collection. My mom
Blue
loved
plates.
depression glass, antique pottery. Glassware of any sort. So what was interesting is when we closed the antique store several years later,
Yeah.
we went through the inventory and really we were able to decide what we wanted to keep to decorate the house.
Oh, really?
And yeah, because they had so much.
You
Like,
kinda had-
as a private house.
As a private
at that
house,
point,
yeah.
You kind of had, as a private house, you're basically, you're kind of, what you're doing now is making it a homey feel anyway, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. And what was great about this area is St. Louis, this area, St. Louis and the Illinois area, is a gateway to the West.
Right.
So if you think about, the house was built in 1895. If you think about that period of time and the migration west, the period of antiques that my mom and dad carried were so appropriate for the house. They had a lot of Victorian era items, a lot of Depression era items a little bit later. It was all available in this area easily. So that's what we've decorated the house with.
Had Gary and Kathleen been collecting over a large period of time?
For a very large period
And
of time.
you basically were helping them move stuff from
Yeah.
time to time
Yeah.
to place to place.
Yes, my mom carried boxes of depression glass and antique pottery around for years. So
Okay, tell me maybe one or two particular items in particular that your mother was able to hold on to, and you've been able to maybe incorporate into the hotel that you have going right
we
now.
have a lot of different items that we've been able to incorporate into the hotel, not just from my parents, but from Scott's parents as well.
Right.
Scott's parents are big antique collectors. So when we were getting ready to open the hotel, he flew from LA to Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
and his folks loaded up 2 U-Haul trucks full of antiques
Yeah,
to take to the hotel.
it's big.
So we've got probably a quarter of the items in the house are from his family. Everything from little end tables and rocking chairs. There's a
Artwork.
beautiful rocking chair.
Well, Scott, tell me about your family and how they got into collecting, because I've seen some of the collections that your
Yeah.
family had, and I've seen some of the collections that the Amy's family had. If you guys, with combining those two, whenever they were at their height, I don't think you'd need to fill a place like the size of a
Yes.
Walmart
Yes.
or something like
it
that.
would be a small Smithsonian.
Yes, yes.
There was no hoopster in my house growing up because it was like a museum. It was very Indiana Jones. you
Oh,
know.
really?
Yeah.
My dad was very much into antique militaria, mostly Victorian militaria. So that's arms and armor, swords, rifles, that, cannon, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. And so, but we had things that were, from certain sort of famous people of the time that were displayed in big cabinets.
Right.
And, I mean, it literally was like walking through a museum. And, it was always very strict, like, no basketball in the
They
house.
didn't let you. Did they ever let you? Did they let you play with some of the antiques
From time to time. I mean, there were. I mean, look, I was always a big sword guy, and I was able to play with the swords and stuff. So even as a kid, but we had a few swords from the Battle of Sebastopol, and
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there was places on the sword where it had been used. And
How long ago was that? Was like in
Sebastopol,
the 16?
No, 18.
18.
Yeah, Sebastopol, Constant. No, it was the 1800s.
Okay.
Yeah, 19th century. But the swords had obviously seen some actual combat use. There was corrosion on them, supposedly from blood.
How did he get into? Huh? How did he get into collecting? Basically, classic Civ stuff,
Right.
As opposed to Civil War stuff and that kind of thing.
I think he just had an interest in it and just sort of started. I mean, like all those guys. I mean, I also grew up going to auction houses. So we'd go, these military auction houses, and you start hanging out with these guys, and sort of my interest in antique military and my degree in military history and all that all came out of, as a kid, hanging out with all these historians, hearing these guys tell these stories, and they weren't their stories; they were stories from hundreds of years ago.
Wow!
They were retelling somebody else's story, but it was kind of a cool thing. All these old folksy dudes who were just talking about that. It's pretty neat.
That is really cool, and I guess it's where they used to live. They used to live in Colorado, lived in Colorado most of their lives. Whenever they moved from Colorado to Nashville, how much did they have to unload a ton?
They rented 11 storage units. It took them a couple of years to determine where they wanted to move in the country.
Yeah.
And so they moved to Nashville, and they stored all of their antiques in storage units until they found their new home. And it was 11 storage units, is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they
Huge.
still got a fair amount of it. Some of it they sold off and decided that they just didn't quite fit with their new home and that kind of thing. But
Okay, so with Victorian, for folks who may not be as familiar with English history, the Victorian era is basically 1840.
1836 to 1901.
1901.
Yeah.
18. So you're the last 60 years of the 19th century in Britain. But I say in Britain, but it really the fashions and plates and furniture styles from Britain and Europe. They all moved to the USA, didn't they?
Oh yeah,
They did.
that was the height of fashion. Everyone followed European. It was the La Belle Époque. Also,
Yeah.
it was the beautiful era of in France, the Beaux-Arts and all that going on
Right.
in France was at the same time. So yeah, I mean and all of that sort of height of fashion and height of architecture came this way.
So the cool part, and we're going to get to some of the pictures and furniture and stuff inside the Victorian here in a little bit, but the cool part is there is a real serious touch of realism in this house, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, if someone is in the mood to maybe put themselves into a little different era.
Absolutely.
And the cool part, we'll get to this too, the cool part with this different era, the old era didn't have air conditioning, but it does now.
We do. We put air conditioning in. We definitely took
Right.
care of that.
That's part of the hotel. It's all the modern conveniences. We have high-speed Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
We've all the modern conveniences on there, but with old world charm.
That's great. That's really cool. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to get to the house itself here in a little bit, and when we come back, plus maybe start looking at some of the rooms in it. You are on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. We'll be back right after these. Do stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Christine, and I used to smoke. My tip is, when you hear the words oral cancer, think about more than just your mouth. The skin grafts and reconstructive surgery can really leave a mark on your arm, your shoulder, and your neck. Not to mention what it can do to your face.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Yep.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Talking today with Amy Taylor Boyett here, Scott Boyett over there. They are the owners and operators of the Victorian on Main in Fairfield. Brand spanking new, but old again, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a nice, gorgeous, beautiful home converted into a bed and breakfast. And all right, let's talk about the house itself. Mm-hmm. You've had it for 15 years.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So this thing must have been built in, I'm guessing,
1895.
I was gonna try to get us there. I don't know. 1895. And we do have. Okay, here's what the home looks like today. Right there's the today shot that was taken last week prior to your the big open house on Saturday. Correct.
Correct.
All right. So we can go back to 1885. Tell me, how much change has there been really from that to now?
What's interesting is the exterior is very similar. The only thing that's different on the exterior, the chimney is not as tall. So at some point, it's a brick chimney. At some point, the top of it fell off, and so it's about half the size is what you see in that picture. And then the other thing is that at some point someone put vinyl siding on it. We would eventually like to take the vinyl siding off and redo the woodwork underneath.
I got to tell you, I think I can remember it going on.
Yeah, I think it was in the 80s.
I think I can remember. Yeah. I think Ridenour did it, but I'm not sure.
I think so. But the front of it looks remarkably the same. The wraparound porch, all the fretwork is there. The really interesting circles at the bottom of the porch, those are all still there.
On the rails, underneath the rails.
Yeah. We redid the front stairs.
Well, what is the time frame of this photo, you think?
I think this is, so the house was built in 1895. I think this must have been right after it was built, because the trees are freshly planted.
And Judge J.R. Creighton down there, it appears, built the house, right?
Yes.
I think you can see him there. If you look real close, you can see it like right there at the doorway.
Oh, really?
Straight up the stairs, you can kind of make out the figure
Yeah.
of a fella. It's all women to the right as we're looking at it, but there's one dude right there, and we're speculating that's the judge.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't look like a very tall man.
No, if you've been inside the house.
I've been inside the house.
There's some low.
There are some low ceilings.
Yeah,
All right, let's
at the stairwell.
jump up just a few years here. I love this photo. Tell me some information about this photo that somebody may not realize.
This was so fun. So I was researching Judge Creighton and his wife Lucretia, and I wanted to put together a document on the house,
Right.
a history of the house. And I was up late one night Googling, and I entered just the right series of words, and a Google alert popped up that said Judge Creighton residence, and I clicked on it, and there on eBay was this card.
You didn't even realize that it was from Fairfield or anything like that. You were just thinking Judge Creighton, this is what you want to see.
And it popped up, and there was a picture of our house.
So was this a postcard?
This is a postcard. I actually have the physical
Really?
postcard. I bought it off of
Nice.
eBay, and the postcard is dated 1907. So this picture is 1907 or earlier. And what's interesting is this is the only picture of this side of the house that we have from the early days.
Most of the pictures you have are just basically directly straight on, aren't they?
Front on.
From the street, yeah.
And
You just mentioned that this is the only one from this side of the house. You can see the stagecoach staging area there in the back, can't you?
Yep.
And that stagecoach area porch led to the original kitchen.
Oh, really?
And since then, a newer kitchen was added in the 40s or 50s, where that back porch exists now. In the
The amazing thing to me is that throughout the 120 years or 125 years of the home, that all those windows are basically the same size now as they were then, aren't they?
All the windows are original.
Wow.
All of except for the basement. We
I see.
added
Basement are new,
vinyl
yeah.
windows in the basement, but all of the windows are original. What we did is, instead of replacing the windows, we got custom storm windows for the
see.
inside to keep it insulated.
Okay.
But
You can
we've left
see,
all of that original.
Back then the windows were hand blown, and you can see kind of the waviness in the window.
Oh, is that right?
It's not a commercial glass.
Yeah.
You can actually see the sort of the waviness and the imperfections and the impurities in the glass.
Oh, that is so
it's
cool that
Yeah.
that's
Still
original.
around,
And
yeah.
and through the renovation, we've only had to replace maybe 3 panes of glass that
No
had
kidding.
been cracked over the years.
Oh, that's impressive. This would be 3rd Street, the mud street right in front of us right there.
Yep, that's it. And if you look at the where the power line is, that's where Main Street is. The culvert, like you said, before the
I was going to say the easement out there in front of that sidewalk's still existing.
Right.
The sidewalks.
And that's a brick sidewalk. You can see here in the front part of it that is a brick sidewalk, and but you say where the street light is. That's probably where the street is now.
That's where the street is.
That's
Absolutely.
That's where Main Street is now.
You know what's interesting is when you look at, I'm just looking at it now, when you look at this picture, what's changed the most is everything around it.
You're right.
So where our house is, right next to it, there's another house, but that's where a gas station is now.
Yeah.
It's the stuff around it that's changed, but the houses remain the same.
Well, I tell you what, that's just it's amazing to see
Yeah.
the passage of
Yeah.
time and how that has affected that. The troubling thing is you need to plant some trees, don't you?
Yes, yes, we do need to plant some trees.
A few more.
And you know what? When we bought the house in 2005,
Yeah.
we had at least 4 more trees than we do now.
Did you?
The first week I owned the house, there was a huge storm, and it blew one of the trees that had been planted in the 1890s
Right into the
straight
porch.
into the porch. And then over the last 10 plus years, we've lost several others. So we need to do a little tree
Yeah,
planting.
if you guys can turn off the storm thing.
Yes, just
See if
tree
we can do.
less.
You
Yeah,
can turn the rain
I
off.
gotta tell you, I got a lot
Give us a chance to
of
plant some trees.
farmer friends who would like us to turn down the
Yeah,
storms too.
exactly.
Yeah,
Dial it down,
Exactly.
it's
Just
at
a
11
little
right
bit,
now,
yeah.
so just dial it down a few.
All right. So we saw the porch there where Judge Creighton was. If I walk into that, this is what I'm finding on the foyer, right?
Yes,
this is
this is the
basically where
foyer.
I'm walking
Right.
into.
Yes.
Now tell me about the tile.
So the tile was probably added in the 40s or 50s.
Oh, okay.
About the same time that the kitchen was added, because the material is the same.
I see. And the heater there, is that a working heater?
That is a working heater. All the heat is radiator heat and all.
Are you serious?
And it's fantastic. It keeps the house really warm. So the only thing we had to figure out was how to cool it. The heating was already there.
That's amazing to me because that's. I haven't seen radiator heat since I was in grade school.
It's
right
in
now.
all floors except for the third floor.
It's shockingly efficient. And
Do you have boiler downstairs?
We do.
We do.
Because it's not forced air, it's not blowing things around, so it's better for like allergies and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes some sense because
Yeah.
you're not moving the dust here and there about, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. Are all 3 floors the same kind of heat
So
system?
first
Well,
floor.
the first floor it was probably radiate upward.
Yes,
on.
first floor and second floor are radiator heat, and then on the third floor we added ducted air conditioning and heating.
Okay, so and this is also part of. This would be an old timey heating system.
Yes, this was. We do not use the fireplaces anymore. They're for show.
There for sure. Well, see, that's basically would have been a stove, right?
This would have been. This is one of the heating units.
Right.
There are 3 fireplaces throughout the house. This one's in the foyer. So
Okay.
when you first walk into the foyer, that's where we'll check guests in. And so this will be one of the first things you see.
Oh, that's just beautiful, and all those small vases and are just collections over the years, aren't
Those
they?
are my mom and dad's collections. You'll see at the top there's some lanterns. My dad was also obsessed about lanterns, so more of the things that he collected.
Isn't it good to have
Yes.
obsessed parents?
Yes, yes. The only thing we had to buy, we just bought beds.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool too.
Yeah.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to walk further through the house as well as probably tell you some stories about some of the renovation and how it's gone. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after these. Do stick around.
I'm Brian. You probably know someone who's had a heart attack, COPD, or a heart bypass operation. You might even know someone who's had a heart transplant, lung cancer, or part of their lung removed. But what about someone who's had all 6? Now you do. My tip is, if smoking doesn't get you one way, it'll get you another.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey at Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Doggone it, I got to watch the thing sometimes, and I need to watch my computer and see when we're coming back on. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guests today, Scott Boyett, Amy Taylor Boyett, and we are talking about the Victorian in Fairfield, the Victorian on Main in Fairfield, and the renovations that these two folks and the folks that you've been working with have just been, I hate to use the word massive, but they really kind of are, aren't they?
They are.
It's massive, and like it's a big project, and there's also a tremendous amount of detail that goes into it. So
speaking of detail, we were downstairs. We're taking the video tour, so to speak, through the house. We were downstairs a second ago after you just walked in. And like so many Victorian homes, you basically had a sitting room, didn't you? Like right off the parlor, or right off the front porch, or the front foyer, I guess. Tell me about the parlor. That's a very nice little place too, right there.
This is the parlor. So when you walk into the front door, you walk into the foyer, and if you turn left, this is one of the things you'll see. Like I said, there are 3 fireplaces. This is the fireplace for the parlor, and it's really the
it's kind of the meeting place.
It's kind of the meeting place. It's where you would host your formal gatherings with guests.
Where you would receive
Where
guests
you'd
if they
receive guests.
came to call.
Yes.
They came by to say hello or whatever. This is where you'd meet them.
And this room has a working set of parlor pocket doors. So if guests would come over, you could close the pocket doors.
Oh, I see.
Prevent someone from going into the
There
rest
on the
of
very
house.
left-hand
They're on the
side
that
is
little
where the
white-
pocket door slides
exactly.
in and out of.
Exactly.
Oh, that is cool.
So you could let people into the whole house or just come into that first
Are the pocket doors got a window in them, or are they?
They don't have
solid?
they're solid door.
Okay.
Solid
Yeah,
wood.
it was designed as a privacy door essentially. It was
I
designed
see.
to keep. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, well, most
Compartmentalized.
important thing whenever you're looking for a place to stay somewhere, well, you want to know what the bed. What's the cool bed? Let's go into Lily's Hideaway.
Lily's Hideaway.
Tell me about Lily's Hideaway.
First of all, it's named after our daughter, Lily.
Named after your daughter. Okay.
This is on the 3rd floor. And what's interesting is the 2nd floor is where all the Creightons would have lived, the builders of the house. So on the 2nd floor, all the bedrooms are typical high ceilings of Victorian homes,
Right.
8 to 9 foot ceilings. But the 3rd floor is built into the really unique peaks and valleys of the Victorian
I
house
see.
roof line. And so our
Yeah,
contractor...
you can see the
you
slant
can see
there of the roof
slant.
line.
And so we walked
the
up to
chimney.
the 3rd floor, and we basically told our contractor that we wanted a minimum of 3 rooms up here. And we said he could go nuts with tearing walls down, adding walls, and he really figured out how to make all of those angles make sense. And they're really charming rooms.
This is you're calling this a hideaway room, but because this is basically the smallest room upstairs.
This is the smallest room upstairs, but it has the biggest bathroom.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So-
And this chimney in there, I'm guessing that's for the old kitchen.
That's for the old kitchen.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
How about that?
And so we wanted to honor the fact that it was a Victorian home. So you'll see things like beautiful Victorian style wallpaper, but
Right.
we also wanted to keep a little bit of that industrial look with the brick.
Yeah, there's the wallpaper type of look, just beautiful.
Right. Yeah.
On
And that was a lot of
this.
fun to pick.
Who did your papering?
Cliff Anderson's crew, a woman named
Okay.
Georgia Anderson. did.
Okay.
Yeah, you did a great job. It was really
Yeah.
Let's
awesome.
walk. Is the turret room on the upper
turret
floor?
room is
or the-
also on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
Now,
turret room.
these 2 of these rooms that were existing, and they were servants' quarters up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so the 3rd room, the Lily's Hideaway, was actually part of the attic
Attic.
space.
I see.
This
We
was
reclaimed.
this was the only real real normal sized room on the third floor. This is the turret. So you walk into,
you know, I love the room, and you sent me these photos, but I'm going to make a complaint. And there's the bathroom. We'll get back to it. I'm going to make a complaint. You didn't give me the pictures of the turret with the windows in it.
Oh, I didn't, did I?
No, you didn't send me any doggone windows.
I did not.
That's why you call it the turret room.
Yes,
it's great.
I did not. I did not send it the windows, but you can see the angled walls. So it has, I believe, six or seven walls.
Well, now how tricky is it how tricky and what did your contractors think whenever they got the opportunity to take a look and to renovate a 6, 7, 8 side 8 walled room like that? What were they thinking of that?
There might have been a lot of swearing involved.
Yes, there might have been a little bit of that. Just a little.
Well, you know, the opportunity to put you're putting basically a bathroom into a space that was not really meant for that.
It's pure attic space.
Yeah.
And so
there was no plumbing existing whatsoever.
Upstairs.
When we
floor,
first started the renovation plans, we thought we might be able to get 5 bathrooms, and that a lot of our rooms would be shared bathrooms. We've been able to get an ensuite bath in every room but one.
Oh, that's incredible. You see, that's probably when people see conversions. You'll have bed and breakfast. There's some folks out in the community think, oh man, I'm not going to a bed and breakfast. I'm going to have to share bathrooms with people, and I'm going to have to talk to people and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's a big enough place where you've got your own bathroom, and you may, if you don't feel like joining the community and chatting with your neighbors, you don't have to.
You can hide out.
So you got Lily's hideaway.
We wanted. Scott said it perfectly. We want the conveniences of a modern hotel, but we want the comfort of a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
And so the entire first floor will be for our guests. The parlor, the living room, we'll have a normal living room with a big screen TV for movie nights. We'll have a dining room where we'll serve our guests. But if you don't want to be down there, you'll have a TV in your room, you'll have Wi-Fi in your room. So it's really the best of both worlds.
It's all those amenities of a boutique hotel.
Yeah.
You get like your own bathroom.
You're right.
You know, and but with the personal service of a bed and breakfast.
You know, the community table is something that it has gone in and out of style. 50 years ago, that's all you saw was a community table or something like that. You don't see that anymore. Even maybe at bed and breakfasts, that might be about the only place you'll see that anymore, right?
Yeah.
And I tell you what, let's do. Let's take we'll take our last break of the day. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the food and stuff itself, as well as some renovation stories. And we might also talk a little bit about the future, what's coming up at the hotel possibly, as well as maybe what Amy and Scott have going on out in Los Angeles too. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm Bruce Dickey, and we'll be back, wrap things up right after these. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details. At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
I'm Christine, and I used to smoke. My tip is, when you hear the words oral cancer, think about more than just your mouth. The skin grafts and reconstructive surgery can really leave a mark on your arm, your shoulder, and your neck. Not to mention what it can do to your face.
Minus the accent.
Yeah, welcome back, folks. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guests today are Scott Boyett along with Amy Taylor Boyett, and we are talking about the Victorian. And by the way, what's the, you said modern stuff. What's the email address and all that kind of business? What's the website, email?
The Victorian on Main INN.com is our website. And
the Victorian on Main.
There's only one, and it's ours.
All right. That's
the
cool.
Victorian on Main inn.com.
Okay. So you all made the decision. You'd been back to Fairfield enough, and you had you felt like there was something lacking in the community. Might have needed a little bit more hotel space, right? Yeah. And there was proof to that, wasn't there? Tell me about
Well,
that.
the city, we were thinking about it, what to do with the house, and the city apparently had done a feasibility study for a 40-room hotel because there was this tremendous need for lodging in Fairfield.
And they found there was need for a 40-room.
Big time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just lodging in general in Fairfield. And the city, Flo Simpson and Mayor McGuire and Marty Garner, they all sort of got together and shared this with us. And we started looking at it, and we started crunching numbers on it, going, okay, it was a 40-room. Now, we weren't sure how many rooms we could do at that.
Well, in your building, you're probably thinking maybe you could get 5, maybe you can get up to
we thought
7,
around 5, and then with our amazing contractor, we were able to pull 7 really good-sized rooms with bathrooms. So we sort of crunched the numbers down from 40 to 7, did our business plan, did the whole thing, and started down this road.
How long ago was that?
We started I think we got the feasibility study
September?
mid-September of last year.
Okay, so then what is the first thing you do whenever I'm just trying to figure out how one starts.
Well, I think it's different because we live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So the first thing we had to do is figure out how in the world we would do this from 2,000 plus miles away.
Right. That was a big issue, and then we started. Our own feasibility study of
can we do
this?
Yeah.
And luckily we have great family here in town in Fairfield.
My mom Kathy Taylor lives here. She's going to be the innkeeper.
Okay.
And my brother Sean Taylor is going to be the property manager.
Oh, good. So you've got and they'll be there at a moment's notice.
They'll be there at a moment's notice. Mom is going to live on site as the innkeeper, and Sean lives out in Jeff, and he'll go back and forth and maintain the windows and the functioning units of the hotel, physical.
And one of the brilliance of sort of the internet age, if you would call it that, is that we can communicate quickly. I call Sean every day and say, okay, what's going on? What do you need? We're going to have a way for little plaques in each room saying if you need anything, you can call us here, text us.
Yeah.
We're going to have a bat phone. So the innkeeper will be on call 24/7.
Sure.
Just like a regular hotel.
But also, you also mentioned the internet age. The functioning of the hotel, the systems, that's all stuff that Scott can do from Los
We have
Angeles.
a channel manager, we have a booking agent, we have all this, and it's all sort of a Swiss Army knife called Little Hotelier that we run the entire business off of. And it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Did you have other boutique hoteliers, or anybody that you could contact and get maybe an idea, get some assistance from?
We did. I called. I got recommendation. But there's a great one up in Mount Vernon. Sidwell's. Larry Sidwell is a really cool dude, and I chatted with him for a bit and got some great recommendations for him on like great sheets and beds and all that kind of stuff. There's a gal up in Minnesota that I just randomly called and she talked to me for like 3 hours.
No kidding.
It's like, she's just the nicest gal, and her name's escaping me now, or I'd totally give her a plug. But she was so great and giving me just the rundown of how she did everything and how she sort of policies.
Well, that's the tricky thing here, Scott. You guys, neither of you have experience in running a hospitality or a hotel type of thing.
No.
But you know what you like, and you know what you like to see, don't you?
Absolutely.
And we've run our own. I mean, I've run my own business since 2006,
Oh, yeah.
so I understand how to run a business.
Yeah.
Just not this business.
Yeah.
I actually went and took a college course on
Sure.
hospitality management.
Yeah.
And got certified in that in order to just do this business.
Did you learn anything?
Oh, yeah.
I would say that was the closest to us maybe deciding not to do it. It was like,
I mean, all of the warnings and pitfalls of the things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
It was real eye opening for sure.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just
it's a service industry. It's a service
and
industry.
people are quirky when it comes to their accommodations, and they want certain things. And it's for one person something's too hot, the other's too cold. I mean, it's Goldilocks, right? The bed's too soft, the bed's too hard, whatever. I mean, there's always something. So you do the best you can.
Yeah.
You know, you're never going to please everyone all the time, but you do the best you can.
When did we hammer the first nail? With this in mind.
think it was-
February 1st.
Yeah.
February 1st.
So we've been about 4 months at it now, 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
5 months.
5 months at it now, and on a one house renovation, that's quite a bit.
I tell you what. So Cliff Anderson, our contractor, he's out of Sisney. He is. I mean, the other day I called him Gandalf. He's a wizard.
Really?
He is truly brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Nothing is plumb.
Nothing's level, nothing square in that house. It's
That's the tricky part. It's a 120-year-old house.
And he has been able to figure out not only how to get 3 extra rooms and fix the rooms that we did have, but in a way where it looks fantastic.
It really does.
Yeah, I mean,
Plus, you've built new stairs. I mean, you've made the whole place. You've brought the place up to code for crying out loud. I mean, it had to be.
well, that was a requirement by the city, so we have the licensed plumbers and the whole deal. So we had to be.
But even it just we wouldn't have the third floor wouldn't have been usable if we'd left the original staircase. There were these tiny little.
It was a little
treacherous, little
I mean, it was a staircase of death. I mean,
it was
like,
horrible.
one stair would be this tall, and whoever did the
I've
math
been up
on
there.
that.
I went up there. It was something else.
It was one of those like, it's servants' quarters. We don't need to do math on this one.
No, it was,
we don't need to do math on these stairs.
Just use what we have. Use this riser.
absolutely.
I get you.
Scrap out back, just throw it up.
Yeah, there you go.
And when we first got the place, at least when I first got to it, we were putting your foot through it and the whole thing. It was like, whew.
Yeah.
It was really scary. And we were trying to figure out a way to make those stairs usable, redo them or something. And then we're thinking, how are we going to get furniture up that thing? And Cliff comes in and goes, no, we're just going to put a real staircase in there. And I said, great idea.
That makes sense.
So much better.
So glad we hired you.
What do you need? How can I help you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got Cliff Anderson helping you out, doing a wonderful job. I know that you've basically refloored the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
The refloored, the third floor is refloored. We added new carpet a couple years ago to the second floor and the first floor, and then we've refinished some of the wood floors in the bedrooms. So
and the kitchen as well. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Kitchen. So basically true. Yeah, the whole house has been refloored. There's a lot of new.
I didn't know if you wanted to mention Larry Lighty. Larry was outstanding.
Larry's awesome. The flooring he provided and the service he provided. I mean,
One-Stop Flooring America.
One-Stop Flooring America in Mount Vernon. Go. Get some floors from Larry.
Yeah.
It is the stuff. It's durable. Looks great. It's amazing stuff. It's squishy enough that it doesn't feel like hard on your feet.
Right.
But it's amazing stuff.
Okay, so you've had the opportunity to haven't had much opportunity to stand back and look at it, but what do you think is going to turn out to be your favorite room?
Every day it changes.
Does it change every day?
Yeah, squirrel's nest. Squirrel's nest is it.
Yeah, so Scott's is obviously the squirrel's nest. We've been able to get 2 suites out of it. So out of 7 rooms, we have 2 rooms that have sitting rooms in addition to just a bedroom and a bathroom. And the squirrel's nest, and I didn't send you a picture of that, but you can go on our website.
It's
and
not
look at it.
the squirrel's nest isn't quite done, is it?
The squirrel's nest is done.
Oh, it is done. Okay.
It looks the bed sits in an angled portion of the roof. And we outfitted it in wood siding. It's like sleeping in a wooden tent. It's so cool.
Tell me how it got the name.
Oh, so my dad, when we first bought the house, liked to feed squirrels. So he would leave peanuts out all the time. And when we first bought the house, the roof, there must have been 4 layers of roofing.
And this is 40 feet off the ground.
This is 40 feet off the ground. 40 feet off the ground. And so it had lots and lots of old roofing, probably 4 layers of roofing. And there were some areas where the roofing wasn't that great.
Right.
Well, I was up in the attic, which the 3rd floor was at the time, looking for something, and I saw a giant, what I assumed was stuffed squirrel in the window.
Big old stuffed squirrel up there. How about
stuffed
that?
Squirrel.
My dad's got a great big old stuffed squirrel.
My dad likes to feed the squirrels. He's crazy. He's got a stuffed squirrel. What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that in my mind, and I find what I need, and I get ready to leave the room, and just as I get ready to leave the room, out of the corner of my eye, I see the tails twitch. I screamed. I screamed like I'd been stabbed. I mean, they could hear me down on the 1st floor. My dad had fed enough squirrels that they figured out that they wanted to live in the house with them.
So the squirrel's nest is actually a squirrel's nest.
Yeah, and what's funny to me is I don't know how long you were up there, but that squirrel must have done that sort of Wile E. Coyote thing and freeze for the.
Yeah, I was up there for a while. Yeah.
Doing that thing, and just couldn't hold it anymore.
Couldn't hold it.
That's the funny part.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you like the squirrel's nest.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
And you like.
Either the turret or Lily's hideaway.
See, the cool part about the turret, and they're one. Do you have 1 room or 2 rooms with access to the front porch on the stairwell?
We have 1 room with access to the front porch. Yeah.
That's not the turret.
And that's the garden suite, and it's not done. So maybe I'll like that one the best.
You might. Yeah, I was going to say it might change.
And that's a really big room.
There's history there. You've got Judge Creighton's room, and in Judge Creighton's room, tell me about the chairs.
So we'd mentioned a lot of the antiques that Scott's family gave us, and they gave us
these great old, really ornate Victorian white wicker chairs.
Right. I mean, you don't see them. You don't see white wicker chairs.
No, and they're part of a set with a little ottoman, a little footstool, and a couple of planters. And it's all meant to be sort of like porch furniture, outdoor, but really super ornate. So I pulled up to the house when I first got here. We had no place to put them, so we put them in a storage facility down the street.
Okay.
And then 2 days later or something, we went and got a bunch of stuff, including one of the chairs. So I hauled one of the rockers inside, hauled it all the way upstairs. We're going up 3 flights of stairs.
Sure, yeah, it's a long way.
So it
takes a little time.
So I was, 2-3 minutes, I'm inside, I come back out, I'm like, something's wrong here, wait a minute. I don't know. Anyway, so I went and took the next chair, and I came back, and I thought she had gotten the chair. Mm-hmm. And I said, so where's the wicker chair? Where'd you put it? She said, I didn't get that. I didn't put it anywhere. Like, wait a minute. I'm positive I put it on the truck. I tied it in because I remember tying it on there.
We went back and looked at the storage unit to think
it wasn't there.
Like maybe I left it right in front of the storage unit. And went back and forth and
it disappeared off.
So
basically, somebody nicked it off.
Did they think it was trash? Or you think it was stolen?
Well,
I mean, it's what people do.
I'm going to say 50-50. I'm going to say 50-50.
It was on the property, not on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So you went to everybody's hero with Facebook.
We went to Facebook. I posted about it. I said we were offering a reward. I just said, this little chair has a friend back here, and we want to get it home. It was shared 81 times. That post.
That's pretty good.
81
and
times.
then
the most shares I've gotten on any of our posts.
How long did you get it back?
We got it back.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
Basically a day.
Yeah, no,
right?
in a couple hours.
Hours.
In the amount of time that it took for me to post it and everyone to share it, I think 4 or 5 people said that they'd seen it on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And one of the guys that said he saw it on the side of the road walked up there and said, "It's still here. I've got it in my garage."
Yeah, it's Mark at Victory Gunworks.
Yeah.
Mark Creeper at Victory
Yeah.
Gunworks. He said, it's safe inside of my garage.
Oh, that's
And
incredible.
he's a great guy. I went over next day and we had a great chat, and he just like, yeah.
And the funny thing is, as we were shopping through town for lots of other materials for the house, lots of people came up to us and said, "Did you get the chair back?" So I had to do a separate post about The chair is back home.
The chair
So
is
it's
back
safe and
home.
sound.
Well,
It's
I
safe
tell
and
you
sound.
what, best of luck to you. 'Cause
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
and then the city of Fairfield needs it. This area needs it. Flora needs it. I mean, there are people up here who will send people there. There are people in Salem who will send people there.
Oh, we're happy to host.
And so it's thevictorianonmain.com.
Correct.
That's
Right?
Yep.
Take a look for that, and you'll just love it. And I didn't even get a chance to talk about the future hosting stuff, right? Eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're running out of time. Hey, Scott, thanks very much for being here.
you.
Appreciate it. Amy, great to
you.
see you. Thanks for being here. Hey, folks, thanks for watching Big Talk. We'll see y'all next time. Have a great day.